Hello everyone, my name is Rob and welcome to PlayStation Access. It's true that all the best things in life are free. Lovely summer afternoons, spending time with friends and family. Oh, those little hotel chocolates that magically appear on your pillow when you're not looking. And that saying is true for PS5 games as well. In fact, we have a whole list to prove it. Here we've rounded up 10 of the very best PlayStation 5 titles you can get completely free of charge. That's it, no strings attached. Whether you're into the immersion of generation-defining features, or the tension of intense military operations, the madness of chaotic battle royale deathmatches, or the beautiful expansive worlds of MMOs ripe for exploration, there's something for everyone in this priceless collection of games. Literally priceless. Let's dive in, shall we? Number 1. Honestly, it almost feels like stealing by having Astros Playroom for free. It's really that good. Pre-installed on every PlayStation 5 console, Astros Playroom is both a showcase for what this marvellous machine can do, as well as just an incredibly charming Moorish title, seeing our little robot mate Astro make his way through the various components of your very own PS5. Oh, it's like his house. Packed with collectible Easter eggs from across every generation of console, Astros Playroom is a love letter to PlayStation like nothing else out there, and truly welcomes in the PS5 generation in the most spectacular fashion. Explore the frozen realms of cooling springs, soar through the SSD speedway, take a trip down memory meadow, and chant along to the hypnotic song of GPU jungle, with each area highlighting the tactile features of the DualSense wireless controller. Just beware the competitive black hole that is the network speedrun area, and prepare to lose friendships over the leaderboard, as me and my colleagues can attest to. The group chat has never been the same since. Next up, after cementing its status as Battle Royale royalty, Fortnite brings all the goodness of its PS4 release to PS5, and then throws a load of next-gen improvements on top to make your victory royales that much more satisfying. Optimised for the most impressive gameplay possible, Fortnite's iconic battling is still available for free on PS5 and seamlessly brings over all your game progression to make upgrading as easy as building a giant wooden fortress in the blink of an eye. At least I hear that's an easy thing to do in Fortnite. I still can't do it. Moving from PS4 to PS5 is simple, however. Play in 4K resolution at 60 frames per second to see Fortnite's dynamic physics at their most beautiful. Drop into matches at lightning fast speed, perfect for outrunning a storm, and feel the kick of every weapon thanks to the DualSense wireless controller's haptic feedback and adaptive triggers. Getting no-scoped from across a map has never felt so good. And now, for those that like their fighting on wheels, wings or water, War Thunder brings a heavy-hitting dose of free-to-play MMO combat to PS5. With 32 players split across 2 teams, players participate in combined battles in a game of war, strategy and combat action, making for intense competitive gameplay. War Thunder is the best in comprehensive military battling and prides itself on its roster of machines with which you can tear up your opponents across a range of maps, highlighting famous battle sites throughout history. Seriously, there are over 1,900 different aircraft, naval vessels and ground units from pre-World War II to present day, painstakingly crafted from real-life sources, meaning you can mix and match your gameplay with a host of vehicles for the perfect battle setup. Entry number 4, the game formerly known as Cuisine Royale, is back and badder than ever as the newly titled Cursed FOAD, or Cuisine Royale 2nd Edition Fulfillment of All Desires for those averse to abbreviations. And fulfill desires it does, particularly those that involve Battle Royale goodness peppered with realistic weapons, custom underwear and mystic superpowers. It really does have it all. A bunch of hero characters are drawn into a deadly survival game in Cursed, forced to fight to the death until one survivor reigns victorious. In gameplay terms, 30 players choose their hero to represent and battle their way to the centre of a picturesque map, outrunning the dark zone closing in from the edges. Collecting weapons and using powers, it's survival of the fittest at its most chaotic, with zombies, beastly transformations, and teleporting all a part of the fun. Next up, we're breaking our own rules by including Call of Duty Warzone, which, for the moment at least, is still a PS4 game that you can play on PS5 thanks to backwards compatibility, rather than a dedicated PS5 title, although developer Raven Software has confirmed that a PS5 version is on the way. Just a few years ago, Warzone would have been completely unthinkable, a fully fleshed and frequently updated version of Call of Duty's era-defining shooter that you can play for absolutely nothing. Yes, if you do purchase the full version of Modern Warfare or Black Ops Cold War, they fit together seamlessly, but if Battle Royale is all you want, here it is for free. Packed seasons of content and constant tweaks and improvements make this one of the best and most innovative Battle Royales around. Resurgence has been a game changer, and we're looking forward to seeing what the PS5 version delivers. Speaking of AAA shooters that you can play for nothing, next on our list is Destiny 2. Bungie's epic planet-hopping blockbuster is a different proposition to Warzone. The game is free to download and gives you a taste of its campaign missions, with the free-to-play focus on multiplayer content like the Crucible, deathmatch and objective matches, the unique setup of Gambit, and open-world co-op. How far this gets you will depend on what kind of player you are. The one more go appeal of Crucible might keep you happy indefinitely, or you might find you're drawn to the game's paid expansion packs to unlock more activities and story. Either way, thanks to Destiny 2's free PS5 upgrade, the game, which has always been beautiful to look at, will be running at a gloriously smooth 60 frames per second. While free-to-play can sometimes feel synonymous with Battle Royale, Rogue Company offers something a little different. This is a more focused 4-on-4 multiplayer shooter with its various modes designed to focus the action in particular zones and encourage teams into tactical cooperation, with respawn tickets usually limited to make every life count. As of now, there are 19 different rogues, their hero-style playable characters who come with distinctive styles, weapons and abilities, and 11 maps on which the strategic action unfolds. While the nature of Rogue Company's hold and hack game modes makes for plenty of defensive play, the action is fast and the shooting smooth, making matches rollercoaster rides of tension and explosive relief. The game's been on PS5 since March, but supports cross-play and cross-progression with PS4 and other platforms. Look, so maybe this entry is us cheating a bit, because technically Final Fantasy XIV Online is not free at all. It's an epic, long-running MMORPG that you pay a subscription for, with a free trial for new players, so they can, get a taste for all the raiding, monster slaying and chocobo riding before deciding whether or not to commit long-term. Only when you consider this free trial lets you play the entirety of A Realm Reborn, that's the whole campaign of the base game, plus the entirety of the Heavensward expansion, while taking your character all the way up to level 60 with no restrictions on playtime, then it's hard to argue against including Final Fantasy XIV on this list, because that is at least 100 hours of top-tier MMO content for absolutely no money whatsoever. With all the quality of life improvements offered by the PS5 version of the game, 4K resolution, haptic feedback, super fast load times as you zip around the sumptuous world of Eorzea, taking advantage of this free trial really is a no-brainer if you've been on the fence about Final Fantasy XIV for whatever reason. I know MMOs can be scary if you've never played one before, but honestly, look into the eyes of my beautiful, bald avatar enjoying a quiet spot of fishing and tell me you don't want a piece of this. Yeah, thought not. Warframe is next up, a multiplayer shooter that has gradually worked its way into the collective hearts of gamers since its initial PS4 launch in 2013. But while Warframe's growth may have been slow and steady, its combat is anything but a stylish, fast-paced mix of third-person gunplay and melee combat, the likes of which you'd usually associate with a specialist action title. Factor in an intriguing story, striking sci-fi presentation, and the kind of compelling upgrade system that will have RPG fans in grind heaven, and it's easy to see how, over 7 years on from its original release, Warframe now boasts a player base tens of millions strong, plus a sparkly new PS5 version with lightning-quick load times, and that lets you explore the game's beautiful open-world areas in up to 4K resolution. Basically, if you're just now jumping into Warframe, you get to enjoy an MMO shooter positively gleaming after 7 years of polish, one boasting numerous expansions, engrossing cinematic quests, and a welcoming community ready to guide you through the lot of it. Even though they'd be well within their rights to be furious at all you latecomers swanning in on PS5 now Warframe is bigger, better, and more beautiful than ever. Our final entry, Genshin Impact, honestly blew me away when I booted it up and clapped eyes on the gorgeous world of Teyvat for the first time. Look at it! I found the lure of exploration offered by this enormous, vibrant, verdant world almost impossible to resist. I say almost because I actually spent my first hour with Genshin Impact happily playing about inside the Venus flytrap that is the game's shimmering water graphics, ignoring the fact I'd just seen an enormous blue dragon gliding ominously towards the town I was supposed to be going to/saving. Combine exploring Genshin Impact's bright and beautiful open world with slick, accessible combat, a satisfying blend of real-time melee action and explosive elemental magic, a robust RPG upgrade system, and the fact you can take in the world from up high as you glide around the place, and you've got a game ready and willing to swallow tens, even hundreds of hours of your time, which is pretty incredible value, considering you don't have to pay a penny. So there you go, the top 10 best free games on PS5. Have you played any of these? Can you think of any we've missed? Do let us know in the comments, give the video a like if you enjoyed it, and don't forget to subscribe and click the notification bell so you're always up to date with everything from the world of PlayStation.